Phobia.
So this is a weird fear that people have of trans people. Not really sure where that fear stems from, insecurities or ignorance or whatever it's coming from, but it's a fear of trans people around them or just existing in the world.
Okay.
Hard to say like where it came from. I am going to say that the term came from a North American audience, only because based on conversations I've had with other people from different cultures in Asia and Latin America, that word trans is very different and it comes across very differently in those cultures. And I'm going to say the word transphobia started, the use of the word began in North America, because it came, trans issues have come to the forefront in North America more so than other countries, at least in terms of like news outlets and media outlets. So I think it started. Yes, I think I it's a bit of a double-edged sword where I'm on the fence about how much terminology gets incorporated into our language, because then everything becomes very limited, and every time you introduce a new word, you have to introduce more words to surround that word because they can be limited in scope. So that's where my issue with the word comes from, but I also think it's important for that to be noticed so that people have a term for what they may experience or what they may be witnessing in the world. And once you begin to define it, then you begin to understand it. And I think especially since trans issues are coming out more and more recently, I think having the word transphobia as well creates a discussion and a conversation about the identities of trans individuals in the world and what they are actually experiencing in a world full of prejudice and discrimination that's happening all over the place. So I do think, as much as I have an issue with vocabulary and the limitations of language, I do think that it is a necessary term to have in our vocabulary.
Okay, have you ever heard of the word bissu?
How do you spell
BISSU.
it? No.
Can you guess?
Do I get any context, or do I just have to guess?
You have to guess. Like, the class is gender studies, so there's something about that.
I would imagine it's a boys' issue.
It makes sense.
It's an issue that directly relates to boys. That's what I'm guessing.
So, what do you think about this definition?
Okay, so it's a gender definition in South Indonesia. Is that where it was? I mean, I don't even know what to think about this term. I feel like there's a need for it because somebody or a group of people identifies as bishu.
There is no gender. Like
It's
there is
basically-
no basic
yeah.
like female or male. They
Yeah.
all get together and create another gender, which is Bishu.
Okay.
So there is a group which is called Boogies,
Okay.
and they call themselves when they ask gender, they say that it's Bishu.
Okay. So
It's a new
Buddhist
gender.
isn't a different gender. Those two things are interrelated.
Yes.
All right. So when you have the boxes to tick, it's male, female, Bishu,
Yes.
and you can tick
exactly.
Bishu.
Yeah, exactly.
It's
Yeah,
basically
that's
like
fine.
a like mix of all genders. Like it's
Yeah.
a whole identity.
Yep. Whether it's that word or a different word, there's a word that needs to be in our vocabulary, only so that people can identify as something. Because if you're not going to identify as male or female, you would want to identify as something.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Oh, I don't know. You asked the wrong person. Even though Turkish is my first language, I know 5 words. I really don't know what Koçak. I think it means like a man who can't grow hair. Was that it? No?
What?
Dang it.
No.
Oh, that's köse. I don't know
Okay.
what Koçak means.
Okay, let me
Oh,
work on it.
dönme. Huysuz virgin. Drag queen, basically.
Yes,
Yeah.
kinda, yeah.
Exactly. I think this ties into olancılık.
Yes.
Like 100%. So, you know, just
What
legal.
do you mean, Olancılık?
Olancılık, the sultans or padishah, whatever,
Yeah.
were known pedophiles and they liked young boys. And if this comes from the word small, and if it's males cross-dressing, that it's just legitimizing pedophilia because the boy is dressed as a woman. You know, so just
Yeah.
Turkish culture, love it. Yes.
Why?
So that we can define the actions of the sultans. I think the connotation should be changed. I think currently it's a word that's made fun of or like used accusatorily towards the person who's cross-dressing, but I think it should be used in the context of describing sultan's actions again, and it should be showing the sultan in a negative light and not the person who's cross-dressing.
No, I have not. I don't think I can guess that.
So the definition is Mashoga is a Swahili term that connotes a range of identities on the gender continuum. While loosely used to indicate gay men, a large proportion of people who are biological men adopted the female gender early in life. They characteristically wear both men and women's clothing, but in a distinct manner to Mashoga alone. They often assume female gender roles and serve a crucial role in wedding ceremonies. What do you think about this definition?
Whoa. It's so deep. I don't know what to think. It's just I'm so touched. Wow. If you really know this word, guys, it is really important.
So do you think-
Mashoka. Of course, it's a necessity for everyone has to know this word. Everyone.
What? Is it a word at all? Oh my goodness. No! It's out of my league. Next. Poly means many, and the other is related with sexuality. Oh my goodness. No, I don't know. I don't know at all. it's long for sure, and it is related with sexuality, that's for sure. And it's very kind of open relationship, which I'm not fond of it, for sure. And many people at the same time in a love relationship, no. I didn't like the, meaning of the word as well as the reality about it. Oh, I do have, no, because it will just, against, no, maybe, yes. Instead of replacing some other ones, yeah, maybe, I don't know. It depends people's perspective, actually. Let's be honest with you. But why they're teaching these things to 15 or 16 years old kids?
I'm 17.
Whatever.
We're teaching you. We're informing you.
Oh, you're informing me.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not being-
So education never ends. Wow.
Yeah.
That's it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yes.
Do you know what it means?
I know it as an abbreviation, actually. It's like, I don't know. I heard of it, but I don't know what it means. Now remember, like there's a movie called Femme Fatale, which means like killer female kind of thing. Plus female, it's the root of the word. This comes from femme, I guess. So it's a French word. Probably, I mean, not one of the most important words, but sometimes to describe things that you can't explain with common words, you have to use words like that.
Okay, thank you.